Alrighty, welcome to whatever this is. TLDR had a modeling assignment that for some reason didn't save the blend shapes that I was or didn't save the UVs that I was working on. Thought I'd have to cancel stream tonight. Turns out I was able to get work done earlier than I thought I did. So improv to improv. Now we're playing. Now we're doing a Fortnite stream. Yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention is that I got notified that I might have something going on tomorrow in the early afternoon, or at night when I normally stream, so I'll be moving tomorrow's stream more towards the afternoon rather than the night. So I'll be sure to update the schedule to reflect that, and yeah. Thank you all for bearing with me during all of my bizarre schedule changes and everything during the semester and everything. I've been like super uber duper busy. So yeah. Anyways, funny Fortnite stream. I already did all of the missions for like Day of Doom. TLDR, it just kind of excuse me. It just kind of seems like a worse version of the Thanos event from back in the day. Like, it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly serviceable, it just doesn't really feel all that enjoyable. It's just kind of meh. All the artifacts that Doom collects are like very like generic looking ones. It just doesn't feel as like climactic as like the Thanos event. Like, it just feels like a very blatant rehash of the Thanos event. Like, you know, collect 6 of this, heroes v villains. Villains have limited number of respawns. Heroes don't until villain gets all of important things. Then then villains can finish off heroes. Like, it's always the exact same setup with them. They didn't really even bother trying to not make it seem like a reskin. I mean, I kind of figured it would ultimately result in something like this, considering that they gave you like the Doom transformation thing, even though Doom's gauntlets were already like in the game as like a special weapon. So I was like, all right, I know where this is going. I was like, all right, I know where this is going. They're gonna do like a rehash of the Thanos event, because the last time a special character gauntlet like this. A special character item like that was in the game, it was with Thanos. It's like, yep, I guessed correctly. It just doesn't really feel all that special, you know? Like, previously it kind of felt like there was something to it, like there was something special going on, some cool, like, it was a super cool, like, big event that you had to be there for. Especially since, like, at the time, Marvel was still in, like, at the height of its popularity. It was, like, the big cultural zeitgeist at the time, you know, like, Infinity War and Endgame were, like, these massive, cultural events. And then, like, oh, hey, look, Fortnite is getting involved with this cool Thanos item that leads to some really funny results in-game. Hell yeah. Because back at the time, Fortnite was also at the peak of its popularity. But you fast forward to now, and both of these games are not what they used to be. Fortnite has arguably in some regards changed for the better, adding stuff like the zero build mode and other like various really cool seasons and everything, but these days, Fortnite just doesn't really feel like what it used to be back in, like, during its prime when, like, Zero Build was first introduced and everything. And the MCU has been kind of floundering for a little while now. Ever since the end of Infinity War and the brain rot saga of, alright then. Perfectly balanced. But yeah, I don't know, it just kind of feels like it's lost a bit of the magic for me. I don't know. Now the focus is going to be on Fate Trigger the Novita. Yep. And I mean, Robert Downey Jr. returning as Doctor Doom is really cool. It is going to be interesting to see him playing a villain as opposed to the heroes he's normally used to playing in a lot of movies, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. The magic's gone. Like, it kind of feels like the MCU has squandered what hype and goodwill it had for its, like, future entries, because, like, the only good film that I've been able to think of, like, the only good Marvel film from Phase 6 was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and that was largely its own separate thing. I mean, Thor had left the gang by that point. It was kind of like a big wrap-up of the Guardians storyline with Star-Lord kind of finishing his arc and everything, so like that just kind of felt like that was the end of Spider-Man No Way Home was also good. I mean, yeah, but can we really consider no, wait, I'm thinking of that's the wrong Spider-Man film, right? I was thinking of the one that came out in that dealt with how Peter dealt with Tony Stark's death, but that one still technically came out during Phase 5. The Spider-Man film was good. It just kind of felt more like a Spider-Man fan service film than an MCU film. Like, it was good, yeah, but it didn't get me invested in the greater MCU or anything. It just kind of made me think, ooh, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. It's like, because I mean, the whole crux of the film was, hey, look at this. It's 3 Spider-Men in one movie. You guys remember the Sony Spider-Man films, right? They were good. And that's about all it was. Although, to be fair, it was the best thing that's had to do with Sony and Spider-Man in recent memory, considering the incident. We don't talk about Morbius. Also, fun fact, the person that caused the original "It's Morbing Time" like meme to go around was a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber named Rada, or Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh, and he made the reference because of Kamen Rider. Well, I mean, it was like a half Power Rangers, half Kamen Rider reference, but still, like, so you have that Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber to blame for the "It's Morbing Time" post-ironic hellscape that we ended up in for a while there. Course correct after multiple poor-performing movies and losing their major villain. I mean, it's also the fact that Disney Plus had them constantly just churning out absolute slop. Like, that's the thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Disney Plus killed the MCU. Like, the MCU was already in a weakened state after finishing off its most recent major arc with Phase 5. And then Disney Plus just kind of came in and delivered, like, an even more fatal blow. That's just my opinion anyway, because they weren't able to focus as much on, like, the individual stories and taking their time to create something really good as, like, a good solid linchpin for the next phase of the MCU. Instead, they had to focus on constantly churning out slop for Disney Plus to keep people, like, to give people a justification for having a fucking Disney Plus subscription. It's clobbering time. I mean, that would also be a good reference, but yeah. Like, it just kind of felt like it was meant to be, like, justification for people to have a Disney Plus subscription. And there's also the fact that, like, the films aren't really as big of cinematic events as they used to be. Like, because Disney Plus just made things a lot more complicated, because back in the day, you just had to watch the Marvel movies and you'd be caught up. You'd know all of the lore and everything, and you'd be ready for the next big cinematic outing. Like, sure, yeah, there were the occasional oddballs, but more often than not, if you just watched the main Marvel films, then you'd be ready for the next Avengers movie. But now it's like you gotta watch the Marvel movies, you gotta watch all of these Disney Plus specials that are like over fucking 50 episodes long, and it's just exhausting. Like, it's nowhere near as simple as it used to be, and people just don't have that much time in their lives to dedicate to like 5 different Disney Plus series to know what in the fuck is going on in the latest Avengers film. Like, that's the thing. Everybody liked the hidden connections and lore in like the Marvel movies and stuff, but now that it's like there's way too much of that. Too much of a good thing, you know? It's like everybody enjoyed the cool connections and like the crossovers and how you had to watch a bunch of like different series and you'd be rewarded for your knowledge of the characters and whatnot, but like this is just too much of that. There's too much of it to keep up with, which inherently creates an unsatisfying experience for the viewer, because you're ultimately going to go into the latest Avengers movie, and if you're not like a super hardcore dedicated fan, you'll have missed a few Disney Plus shows or something. And because of that, there are going to be like plot points that you're going to be out of the loop on, and it's going to be very unsatisfying. At least in my opinion, anyway. Also, I find it interesting how even though this most recent Fortnite event is supposed to be about like Doctor Doom, they still had to include fucking Avengers stuff in it. Because, you know, or well, Iron Man stuff in it, because, you know, MCU just isn't what it used to be without Iron Man. You stole my kill, fucker. No. You don't just get to steal my kill and walk away. Get back here, fucker. Get back here, fucker. You don't just get to steal my kill and leave. You must pay with your life. Yeah, it just feels very unsatisfying in my opinion, you know? Damn, Ender, you're brutal. That's just how battle royales go, man. You steal my kill, you gotta pay with your life. Hello, friend. Hope you don't mind if I drop in. For God's sake, how did I miss so many fucking shots there? I was absolutely beefing that shit. That was so fucking beefed. Like, holy, that was god-awful. Broke his shield and let him die getting run over. Well, I mean, I was intending to finish him off. The other person just got to him first. But yeah, it just kind of feels like, unfortunate that Marvel is like stagnating so much recently. And I think honestly that's why I've been, weirdly enough, that's why I've been gravitating so much towards Kamen Rider recently. It just kind of fills the void in my life that, like the super hype Marvel stuff and everything kind of previously used to fill. Because Kamen Rider has like very consistent writing, the characters are like super engaging, the forms are really fun, like, it just kind of feels a lot like what I used to enjoy the Marvel movies for. So that's probably one of the reasons I've been gravitating towards Kamen Rider so much. And DC can't get a win still. DC is just kind of off in the corner doing its own thing. DC is just kind of off in the corner sniffing glue doing their own thing. Although I will find it really funny when the fucking Joker 2 eventually releases. Because Joker is no longer an incel in that one because he gets with Harley. Or like the stand-in for Harley. It's like all the fucking incels they used to like hold Joker as like their figurehead are like, no. They couldn't do this. He's no longer just like me for real. Plus, we can also now use the argument of, if the incel god Joker can get with a woman, then why can't you? If the supposed patron deity of incels can get a woman, what's stopping you? Oh, right, human decency. Anyways. Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was definitely a good time, though. That one I really enjoyed. Though that one was more of like, the Deadpool movies have been kind of off in like their own corner of the canon. Like, it doesn't really feel like this is some attempt to reintroduce the Avengers into the greater Marvel canon yet. It just kind of feels like a Deadpool movie where they're just off doing their own thing. They're just off doing their own thing, enjoying themselves, and of course, Deadpool's silliness mixed with Wolverine's like Wolverine seriousness has always made for a great pairing, both in the original Deadpool comics and in the film. Definitely something that I personally enjoyed, but yeah. But again, like I mentioned, it doesn't really feel like an MCU thing. Again, it just kind of feels like Deadpool off doing his own thing. Maybe, if we're talking really self-aware, self-referential angles, maybe Deadpool sees the current state of the MCU and he's like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Let's see, where was that fucker? There was somebody just around here. Sorry to drop in on you like that, buddy. These Iron Man boots are really fun. Like, they're just cool movement. Of course, you're gonna have to it's gonna be trouble getting used to shooting at somebody while they're using them, but still, they're fun. I mean, there is also the fact that you can't really use them as like a get-out-of-jail-free card in fighting scenarios, considering you have to like physically charge it up, and it's got like the charge period at the beginning before you can actually use it, so it's not like too broken or anything. Throwing knives and stick enemies to walls, so we can say stick around. I mean, I feel like that might potentially be like a bit too powerful or a little bit unbalanced IMO. Because like the whole thing about like zero build when it comes to Fortnite has been like the movement, so like pinning somebody to a wall kind of feels like it would be, well, maybe it wouldn't be too overpowered, since I mean, after all, even if you pin somebody to the wall like that, they could still very easily shotgun you, so I mean, it could potentially be somewhat balanced. I could see it. I could see it. But yeah. And funnily enough, Kamen Rider also has like the big like MCU style crossover events with a lot of its movies. like pretty much every single season of Kamen Rider has the in like the penultimate or like final episode, they have the next Kamen Rider show up in the current Kamen Riders series. It's kind of like a passing of the torch moment kind of thing. Like how Gotchard kind of showed up at the end of Geats. And how they have like all of the movies showing up, and there's like there's the whole Kamen Rider Legend, who's taking the place of Kamen Rider Decade, who is literally just like a walking reference to every single other Kamen Rider. Damn it. How's he doing so much damage with his more damage to me with his shotgun than I was with mine? Yeah, whatever. I mean, he did also have that NPC, so yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, it's just such a damn shame that I'm talking so negatively about Marvel, which is something that I used to get like really excited and hyped for. Like, I was caught up in the cultural zeitgeist same as everyone else, but it just kind of feels like with Disney's corporate greed hitting like an all-time high, it just kind of feels like pointless or something. It's just it's frustrating is what it is. Honestly, this is mainly what I got this Battle Pass for. Fucking Captain America Jonesy is such a great shitpost. Yeah, only other quests I have now are looting Cap's shield or Shuri's claws from eliminated players. Might be a bit difficult to do now that the new items are introduced, but we'll see. And then opening rare chests, which is pretty easy to get. Oh, that's cool. The organic, I was going to say cool, the organic diamond mixes with the super level stuff, but they don't, it just gets rid of the diamond. It just gets rid of the diamonds aesthetic. And it just doesn't fit. That sucks. Get rid of her butt crack and she turns diamond. I mean, it's Fortnite. What'd you expect? They're not gonna let shit like that stick around in the game. Despite how dummy thick the characters are, Fortnite still has to maintain like a somewhat decent rating. After all, they need kids to buy V-Bucks and spend money on the skins. So, you know, it is what it is. Missed the Calamity jiggle glitch. I miss the emote that they had with Raven Team Leader. That was exclusive to Raven Team Leader that you could do with her character, where they said "I fuck with you heavy" and then made Raven Team Leader's ass jiggle an obscene amount. That was my favorite emote. But oh well. At least the gay and bisexuals in the audience can appreciate meow skulls. AKA me. Or not meow skulls, fucking meow tooth, that's it. AKA me. Because hot damn, they made him buff as hell. Yeah, also, if I'm gonna be honest, I think when it comes to the nostalgia nights, I'm going to just like completely give up. I'm still gonna keep calling them nostalgia nights, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna completely give up on the pretense that they are anything other than just being the shows that I want to watch. Like, I'm just going to give up on any pretense that they are anything other than me just making the show, just watching the shows that I want to watch at the time. Like, the nostalgia night theming has not been a thing with the nostalgia nights for like a hot minute. I suppose Arc 5 counts, but yeah. It's just gonna be like some show that I want to make like for nostalgia night that's like vaguely connected to something, like some series that I watched as a kid. Like, I'll still keep part of it nostalgia night, but then part of it I'm just making Kamen Rider. Like, I'm just making part of the Kamen Rider, and I'm tired of pretending that I have any ulterior motive other than I want to watch Kamen Rider. Like, I'm just not gonna give it any more, like, I'm not gonna try to claim there's some ulterior motive to it or anything. It's like, no, I wanna show you guys Kamen Rider. Because it's my niche hyperfixation, and I'm the one hosting the events. You guys can watch if you want, and if not, then whatever. It's totally fine if you don't want to. It's just something I want to do. And I mean, folks seem to have been enjoying it so far. A lot of folks seem to really like Kamen Rider Build. This is what I've seen anyway. It is definitely one of the... Build is definitely one of the more higher rated Kamen Rider series, so it does make sense. After we're done with... What I was gonna say. Oh yeah, after we're done with Kamen Rider Build, next series I'll probably end up doing for the Nostalgia Nights is gonna be either I was gonna say. Oh yeah, it's gonna be either Kamen Rider Zeo, which is like a big like a series where the main Kamen Rider's gimmick is time, so he has like a bunch of these watches that he attaches to his belt that are like based around different Kamen Riders from the past in the series. So he uses like a bunch of forms based off of like Build, X8, etc., like previous Kamen Riders. Either that or Kamen Rider 01, which is like it's essentially like, because Kamen Rider 01 was the end of the previous era of, like, they got a new there's, like, a new lead showrunner for Kamen Rider in that era of the series, like, new lead writer and everything, so the tone of 01 is definitely a bit different from some of the previous ones, like X8 and Build, but it's really enjoyable, honestly. Plus, it's a lot more like what you'd typically expect of like a core Kamen Rider experience, you know? Bro was just staring at me as I fell down towards him, and he didn't do shit. The hell was that? God damn it, I beefed those shots so fucking hard. No. Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling about whatever at this point. Also, at the moment I am like a little bit bummed out because of, I might as well just talk about this just to kind of get it off my chest. Earlier this week, so we had the, it was like the trad game development. It was like we were going on to the next stage where we all gave our like the pitches based on our prototype projects, trying to convince like the professors and everything why our project should move on to like the next stage, which is like the big like full development of all the projects and everything. Because at the moment we were just making prototypes. And it was like an elimination thing. It was like a 50-50 chance that your prototype would make it to the next stage. So I was fully ready to know that I might end up going on to another project, but I saw all the other projects people were working on and I was super excited. So I didn't really see as much of a big issue, which is like, hey, look at me. I usually have trouble when it comes to adjustments and stuff like that, but I actually was taking it in stride. So yeah. And our game didn't make it, which was perfectly fine. Again, all of the other projects were like really, really good. But then the project lead in our group was very, very upset about it, which I mean is definitely understandable. It was like his idea to begin with for the game, but then he started saying some really questionable shit, like how I was thinking of quitting the games major entirely, or how he was going to ram a car into the EAE building. Like, they were probably very hyperbolic threats, sure, but I mean, like, that's, like, serious shit. So I talked to, like, our TA about it. I said, like, hey, this dude's making some pretty serious threats. I think he might need a bit of help. Can, like, you talk to, like, the professors about it? And he said, okay, yeah, sure. And then, like, nothing happens, like, a day or two goes by, and then I get a DM from our team lead, and he just starts screaming at me over DMs, saying how, like, talking about how, like, the TAs have been, like, talking to him about, like, all the stuff that he said, and he was blaming me because, like, he didn't get to, like, try to go through with, like, any of his plans or whatever, and he just claimed, like, I was just being hyperbolic, but now, like, the TAs are on me and everything, yada yada, and I was like, dude, you were threatening to leave the major and ram a car into the games building. That's not something you joke about. So he was just, like, constantly, like, yelling at me all day about it. And it just made me feel, like, fucking awful. Because, like, I was doing it because I was genuinely concerned about the guy. But then he just kind of goes and tells me, like, oh, I didn't want your help. And it's like, dude, really? That, and also on top of the fact that I might be out $40 due to the fact that a fucking, an artist that I was paying to work on a personal project for me has not responded to any of my messages in a month. So, you know, found out on the same fucking day that not only was my team lead extremely mad at me for trying to help him, but also that I'd potentially be out $40. So, you know, not exactly a very good day. Like, I know it's kind of, like, somewhat minor in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's $40, but, like, still, like, just having both of those happen on the same day really fucking sucked, especially when I was legitimately trying to be a good person and help him. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, you're trying your best to, like, be genuinely positive and try and help somebody, and they just spit in your face and say they didn't want your help. It's like, that's just rude, man. Man, that dude was fucking camping it, huh? Yeah, it was just a generally, like, frustrating experience. Still waiting comment paid for in March. Ouch. Sorry to hear that, Lancer. But yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the flow of things now, you know? Like stuff happened, but I gotta try to get myself back on track. Life goes on and all that shit. God damn it, Lancer. The only reason I wouldn't do that is because it wouldn't give me my $40 back. I kid. That is a joke. That is a joke, Lancer. BRB? Oh no. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, whenever, like, anybody says BRB after I make some joke about money, my brain always gets immediately concerned. It's like, wait, oh no, they're not planning on doing something, are they? Wait. Oh, what? Hey. my world. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, now. Yeah, one thing I kind of want to try to do tonight is I want to try to get my hands on like the full Iron Man set, because like I've only gotten the boots at this point, so I kind of want to try to get the full Iron Man set. I mean, potentially I could always like go into like the Doom's army mode, but then I'd have to like leave and rejoin games until I eventually get on the hero side. And then even then it's random if I'll even get the Iron Man loadout at an opportune time. It's just a whole thing. Bap. Oh, hi, Iron Man. Okay, these Iron Man gauntlets are pretty fun. These Iron Man gloves are pretty fun so far, not gonna lie. I mean, they basically have auto aim, so, you know. That was weird. I got edge bugged on the geometry. Bap. Whap. All right, let's see. Let's see, where's some poor unfortunate sucker that I can laser? Where'd that fucker go? What? That hit him like square in the face. I gotta figure out how the hell this fucking repulsor beam thing works. There we go. What?
Leading reality's fearless defenders really weighs on a person. She's got a whole army of people on her side. Some of them are even Avengers. She's ready for this. She just needs to go for it. And maybe get some more future scene FaceTime with that prophetic water ghost friend of hers. You know, back in my day, we did this kind of thing with nothing.
How does that... What? What is the hitbox on that shit? That was, I don't even, I just don't. Like, that repulsor blast looked like it hit him dead in the face, but apparently not. What? What the fuck? That was weird. What? This repulsor blast just does not make any sense to me. Like, I hit them dead on with it, and it just doesn't go. Like, do I need to hit the floor around them? Like, what? How the hell do you hit someone with this bloody thing? Like, the main weapon is perfectly fine. It's just this damn alt fire that I can't wrap my head around. It's weird. Whatever. I'll figure it out eventually. Got him. Oh, nice. I got the mission done. Alright, I guess I just need to hit somebody with the repulsor blast once. Nice. Now I don't need to worry about using the shitty thing again. I can just use the regular fire and not have to worry about having to use the alt fire. Nice. We take those. We take those. That NPC Gwenpool? Okay, that is NPC Gwenpool. I was trying to figure out, like, is that NPC Gwenpool or player Gwenpool? Still haven't killed anybody with a cap shield or something that I can loot. I mean, nice job, genius? Question mark? What exactly was Bro's plan there? Do I want to, taking the auto turret is tempting. Yeah, sure. I'll grab it, why not? Like, bro missed his initial drop-in and then his brain just shut down. Yep. Alrighty. Now we wait. It's perfect. I'm diamond, so I naturally blend in with the mountain. It's active camouflage. They'll never see me coming, except for when they do. Also, wait, I could also just complete this daily quest right here by just dumping some of my ammunition. There we go. Just get that daily quest done by just mag dumping the side of the mountain. It's fine. Daijobu, Daijobu. Let's see. I'm actually gonna wait a sec and come in using the Iron Man boots so I can come in with the storm. That way I don't have to worry about running into anybody at the exact same time, unless somebody else has this idea, then in which case I'll probably run into someone. But regardless. Hope you don't mind if I drop in. Nah, I'm out. See ya. Oh, what? That was so fun. I got knocked far enough to actually kill me. That's stupid. I should have used the fucking repulsor blast to try to keep myself in the air. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Honestly, I'm tired of trying to sweat victory royales in this when, like, everybody else is equally as sweaty. I've just kind of taken a fuck it, whatever kind of attitude to this game at this point. Like, I had my glory days with Fortnite, but at this point, I'm not really gonna bother trying to hyper sweat the game as much anymore. It is what it is. But yeah, new Iron Man items, definitely fun. I'm always a sucker for like movement-based playstyles in this game, so I'm always partial to stuff like the Iron Man boots or the Spider-Man gloves. Like, I remember I had one of the most fun times I had with this game was playing. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. Some of the most fun I had with this game was during like the cool like Cyberpunk season when they had the Attack on Titan event stuff going on with the 3D maneuver gear as a weapon. Like, I absolutely loved using the 3D maneuver gear weapon. It was just so much fun. That season in general was fucking banger. in terms of like super fun movement utility items, because you had like the Sonic Katana, you had like the cool grind rails. Like that season was just so much fun in terms of just general movement shenanigans. Like I absolutely adored that season. I forget which one it was, but it was just banger. Just absolute fucking banger season that I had an absolute blast with. But since that season, I kind of felt like I've lost interest in like the more recent seasons. Like the weapon pool from that season wasn't exactly the best, but like if we could get like the modern like non-special weapons with like that previous season, oh man, that would be peak. Because like the game was so much fun back then, because you had like the choose your own like quest mini objectives for the rounds. They had like the cool power-up system, which was like added almost like a roguelite mechanic to battle royales. Like where have the power-ups gone, man? They said they were going to include the power-ups in like one of the previous seasons in like a later update, but then they just never showed up and they just haven't used them since. And it's like, dude, those were so much fun. Trying to come up with like wacky strategies based on some of the power-ups you get mid-match, like those were genuinely really fun. It's just a damn shame that they haven't come back. Like I'd kill to see like the fucking like power-up mechanics make a return. Like those were so much fun. I don't know, it just kind of feels like the game when it comes to like the balance changes and everything. These days it kind of feels like it heavily favors like the hyper sweat players that play like in build mode exclusively and make like fucking 15-story tall towers in like the blink of an eye because they're constantly like overdosing on fucking Adderall. It's like, why are you balancing it around the 1% of players that actually find like build mode enjoyable? Like less than half the player base at this point are people that play build mode. Like everybody's in no build. Like damn near everybody is in no build, and yet for some reason we always get item nerfs built around building being a thing. It's like, dude, I get that was like the original premise of Fortnite was that like, oh, you had like, it was a battle royale with these cool building mechanics, you could do crazy shit with it. It's like, yeah, alright, cool, but not everybody's into that shit. Why should we have to acquiesce to the people that do use it? Why do we get balance changes built around the top 0.1% of players? As a game designer, it just never made sense to me. I don't know, I'm just like rambling a bit or whatever. Man, why? So I swear tonight, so far the theme of the stream has basically just been old thing was good, new thing is bad. It's like it's just been so negative so far tonight. I don't know what it is, man. Yeah. Bap. Oh, nobody's looted the train yet. Hell yeah. Also, if anybody's curious what the music is, I've decided to start listening to the when I'm doing like the Fortnite streams and whatnot. I've decided instead of like constantly doing like the super high energy music, I've been doing like a more chill vibe kind of music playlist recently. The music in particular right now is from Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, which is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic game that kind of picks up the mantle of games like Jet Set Radio. See ya! Yeah, definitely recommend you check it out if you haven't heard of it. It's an absolutely fantastic game. Hey, that counted. Nice. Neum. Jesus. The amount of damage you can do with that is absolutely insane, but then again, I suppose it also has to count on your opponent not understanding the concept of looking up. Because if you're just doing that from on top of them and they're like standing like mostly still and they just don't notice that you're there, you can do a ton of damage, but otherwise it kind of seems like it's heavily dependent on like the intelligence of the opponent you're facing and their ability to act when all of like the damage effects and everything are going off. Because like not a lot of players are gonna have their first instinct be, oh, I'm taking damage, better look directly up in the air. That is gonna be new muscle memory that people are gonna have to learn now. Damn it. Hey. Jesus Christ. I just ended up in a bad situation, honestly. Like, honestly, I admire that dude's movement. Like, that's really damn cool. But yeah, honestly, I think I just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time, that one. Not much I could do about it. Oh well. Yeah, now I just have one more Doctor Doom quest to get done, which is nice, and then I can finally get the Pandora armor, which honestly does look pretty sick. Like, not gonna lie, I like the night aesthetic that he has going with it. Like, I really enjoy the fancy-ass night aesthetic he's got going. Only Doom quest I have left is just finding one more rare chest, which honestly I can just find during, just fine throughout the match. Watching a raffle I was in, I won a hoodie. Ooh, nice. It's always nice when you win at least something from a raffle. Like, that's pretty good. Definitely better than winning nothing. Whoop. Guess we're landing over here. My brain, like, blanked out for a second there. I just kind of fucking zoned out. I mean, I was also checking a notification. Anyways, off we go. Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of Avengers chests in a row. God damn. I mean, I'll certainly take it. Ba-da-bap. Sorry, Toga. I was literally just trying to vault. And I suppose that's one downside on the jetpack. The vaulting's a bit wonky, but whatever. mean, to be honest, why would you be vaulting when you have a jetpack? Tap. Alright, let's see. Well, these the little bunkers down here always have like at least one purple or higher chest. I just need to, you know, be around one when it actually spawns and be able to get access to it without having to, without immediately getting capped by someone. Easier said than done. Yep, figured someone looted that. Alright then. Why is Iron Man shooting me? Bro, it was an accident. Chill. Damn it. Hey. That was just unlucky. I don't know why the NPC was after me. Like, I literally only hit the other guy that I was fighting. What the hell? That was weird. Whatever. But yeah, I'll make some adjustments to my schedule tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm likely going to be streaming around, say, yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be streaming around, I'd say, like 3:30ish, sometime around then, because I've got something going on later tomorrow night. But the good news is that I have the only class I have tomorrow is my game dev course, which should be over by around 3:20. So I can probably get that all wrapped up and hop on for a quick stream for some Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, instead of just outright canceling, I'm gonna do my best to try and reorganize things a little bit, because I think I'm gonna start doing that from now on. If I'm not feeling like absolutely god awful and like something comes up after I've already made the weekly schedule, I'll try and accommodate an additional stream or whatever. That's just kind of just me doing something random, like just playing a game, playing some random game or something. I really need more just like multiplayer brain off games to play on stream, because like the only one I've been playing recently is Fortnite. Like I just need more like multiplayer games that I can turn my brain off when I'm streaming. Because like the only other game that I've been playing a lot of recently is TF2, and I don't really know if that would be too good for too interesting for stream. Not only because of like VC and in-game chat, but also just because TF2 is kind of one of those games where if you're streaming it, then you really want to be focusing on like the interactions you're having with people and shit. So I don't know if that would be the most interesting stream content, but hey, who knows? Bap, bap. Bap. Let's see. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's any purple chests or anything around here. What? I hit it for 101. Come on, man. Like, how did they get to reload before me? Yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know. I've just been having trouble trying to find like games to stream recently outside of KH2 and I guess LobCorp. Like, I just don't really have like any multiplayer games that I specifically like enjoy just like playing to turn my brain off, you know? Like, I don't really have any good just like rambly stream games, as it were, aside from like Fortnite, but that's about it. Like, I don't really have any of those, like, multiplayer games that I can just turn on and just, like, ramble for a while I'm playing them, if that makes any sense. I mean, yeah, you did show me Soul Worker, Lancer, but, like, the thing is, that's not really, like, one of the games that I like classify as like one of the rambly games, because like with Soul Worker I kind of feel like I need to at least have like some kind of like mental capacity to like do like RPG shit, you know? Like, it's not like an FPS where I can kind of like turn my brain off a little bit or just like ramble like, I remember Gundam Evolution was, like, the absolute perfect, like, rambly stream game, because it was, like, there was, like, vague teamwork involved and everything, but it was just, like, playing the game, just spacing out, like, I just don't really have very many of those. Like, the new Warhammer game looks pretty good, like, the multiplayer and that looks decent, I just haven't really, don't really have the money for it. Only other thing really that I could majorly think of that kind of falls into the category of like a rambly stream game or whatever would maybe be like, I mean, honestly, I don't know. Mecha Break was actually like a really good rambly stream game, and God, I hope that the full version of Mecha Break comes out soon, because with every single fucking passing day, I yearn for the beta again, because like, that beta made me feel fucking complete. Like holy shit. The fact that I actually got into like fucking like gold rank during like a time limited beta, like that was a game that I absolutely fucking clicked with. And I just like, my soul has been missing a part of itself ever since. Like, I have just felt like I am missing something ever since, and it's been driving me mad. Sorry, buddy, you got here a bit too late. And it's true, I could try their other game, Snowbreak, but I don't know, it just didn't really seem like it would grab me as much, you know? Still can't believe that Mecha Break like reached out to me to be one of the initial people to start spreading the like the access keys and everything around. Like, that was crazy. God damn it, Lancer. Because for those of you that don't know, during the second Mecha Break closed beta, they actually had it set up so that It was only like a semi-closed beta because they set it up so that if you watched a streamer that was playing Mecha Break, you had the chance to get access to it yourself. And I was one of the streamers that they initially disseminated access to, which was super cool. Like, it felt really cool getting to share the game that I previously played and loved in beta with you guys in, like, a more open beta. And God, I can't wait for the full thing. I just cannot fucking wait for, like, the full release of Mecha Break to come out. Like, Damn it. The access watching your streamer zeros. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I just haven't really had any of those, like, good zone out, like, FPS games to play on stream at all much recently. Like, Fortnite just doesn't really do it for me anymore, you know? Like, the game is fine now, but it just feels like something's missing. Eh, god damn it, Lancer. Crap. Let's see, what's something else interesting I can talk about? We discussed Sigmund Freud today in my ethics and AI course. That was interesting. The original motherfucker himself. The funniest part of the class was when my professor picked one of my classmates and was like, "Can you explain the Oedipus complex?" And I was just sitting there like, "Professor, you have just handed that student a loaded gun and you are asking them not to blow their legs off." Because, like, there are 1,000,001 horrible ways that you can phrase that. That you can, like, there are 1,000,001 horrible ways you can explain the Oedipus complex, but thankfully my classmate had, like, an actually decent explanation of it. So we managed to avoid the potentially horrifying scenario that took place, but, like, God, that class was awkward. I mean, then again, you can't really talk about the Oedipus complex, like, really fucking at all without it being awkward, because, like, the thing is basically Freud saying, hey, every guy wants to kill his father and have sex with his mother. It's like, Freud, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, dude? Not every guy wants to do that. I think that's just a you thing, Freud. I don't know about the rest of us. I think that's just a you thing, pal. And I mean, like, more power to you, but don't try to force that shit onto the rest of us. The rest of us aren't about that.
What up, G? What? Yeah, she do. You better go talk to her.
No, because of the movie The Day After Tomorrow. I mean, that's fair. But yeah, there's not really too much you need to know about Freud. He introduced a lot of like general psychological concepts that we know well about today. Stuff like the Oedipus complex, the id, the superego, the ego, etc., etc. Just general psychology stuff. In IRL, though, yeah, exactly. Despite what many in anime might tell you, like, don't you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks? Which is an isekai with a dude's mother. It's like, oh, alright then. We are really scraping the bottom of the barrel for isekai concepts, huh? Remember how there was like the massive fucking isekai boom in like the late in like 2018, 2020 area where like every single fucking possible concept for an isekai was fucking exhausted. And like sure we do have some good like ongoing ones, but like man, we really fucking ran that well dry. We milked the cow well beyond the point of it being able to give milk, and it was just literally a sack of skin and bones by the end of it. Like, yeah, part of it was impressive that we could manage to get that much mileage out of one single concept, but, like, goddamn. Like, that was quite a homogenous anime season, let me tell you what. Skeleton Knight, Another World, and do I love that goofy isekai? Like, that's the thing. There are a few good isekais that came out of, like, the massive isekai boom that happened at the time. You know, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, but, like, there were a lot of broken eggs. I'm talking in terms of poultry, not in terms of trans women. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Making the mother of all omelets, can't fret over every egg. I mean, I don't know if there were any isekai series that were good enough to be called the mother of all omelets. I mean, maybe Slime, but like that's it. Mushoku Tensei 2? Yeah, Mushoku Tensei definitely counts. But like, man, there were so many isekai series that just like kind of disappeared into the vast void of nothingness. That was definitely a bot, yep. Coward. Oh, no, he is actually getting out to fight. Alright then, buddy, sure. Yeah, I learned the hard way those Black Panther claws are not as effective as you think they are. I mean, I admire the attempt, but like they are not good enough. Learn that shit the hard way. They just ain't good enough. They just don't cut it. I don't hear anybody else around here, so with luck I'll be able to nab this. Hey! There we go. That's the last of my Doom quests done. Nice. Bap, bap. Yep, that was a bot. I just always assume that whenever I get to play like ass and the game lets me get away with it, that it's a bot. Yep. Four has a lot of bots now. Yeah, that's true. It's because like the skill level of like the average player is so high these days that they need to include like a lot of bots and stuff in order to balance out the in order to balance it out to make for the newer players and everything. But the only problem with playing against bots is like it's given me a lot of caused me to develop a lot of very bad habits that I get punished for in actual gunfights that I can get away with when I'm playing against bots. Alright, let's see. Yep. It's crazy how many seasons this, how many of the seasons on this map this shipping company building has survived. Also, this has got to be, like, the last season on this map, right? Like, with all the shit that's been done to it at this point, this is, like, got to be the last time we're seeing this map. Because, like, basically every area, aside from 1 or 2, has been, like, completely altered, so I kind of feel like we can't really, like, change the map any more than we currently have, so next season might be another reset. Honestly, with how meh this general season has kind of felt, a hard reset honestly could be what the game really needs right now. Just like hard reset, new map, new season, new gimmicks, yada yada. Like, fully new season's probably what this map needs right now, and I'd imagine whatever the hell they have going on for whatever kind of like big season-ending event they have planned for this time is probably gonna usher in like a whole new map and everything, because if it's anything to do with like Doctor Doom, that's probably going to be some massive event, I'd imagine. Ah. Ha! Bro caught me by surprise and still lost. Oh, alright then, sure. Bro just completely fucking missed! I never understand the people that'll do like the stupid like drive-by strategies with the car. It's like, dude, you're playing so fucking lame. Like the car strategies always just feel so lame to me. It's like you're just driving around and letting the AI shoot at the other players for you. Like, really? And then the second they try to get out and like actually fight, they end up getting bodied. Like, huh, I wonder why you've been using the car. Like, I think I could guess why you're using a car. Hey. I want to go vertical, give it the floating mini islands. That would be really cool, honestly. But hey, got the full Doom set. Happy with that. Let's see, how long is the season? Through November 2nd? This season is a whole nother fucking month. What the hell? Oh, God. There's a whole nother fucking month to this season. Good grief. Yeah, well. But hey, got the full Doom set at least, so that's nice. Reach level 74 and complete the Doctor Doom Awakening challenges? Really? How did they somehow add more to this fucking skin? Like, it's impressive, but good grief. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here for tonight. This stream was perfectly fine. I definitely enjoyed myself, but I think I am gonna have to try to find a new game to stream that isn't Fortnite, honestly. Like, I definitely do think I need something new to kind of spice things up. Maybe I'll try to save up for that new Warhammer game or something. We'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see, who should we raid tonight? Screw it, let's go raid Riley. For those of you who don't know who Riley is, they are a Final Fantasy XIV streamer here on Twitch, because that's pretty much all Riley plays, except this time they're playing Dead by Daylight instead, which is interesting. It's so rare to see him play something other than 14 these days. As for the raid message, let's do... The Beam Brigade discovered that the current Fortnite season is even more broken than it was previously. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Super appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon for some more Kingdom Hearts 2. See you on Wednesday for the vote day. Join the Discord if you'd like to vote on that. And I'll see you on Friday for Nostalgia Night. Bye!